Okay, you ready to rip?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna fix this on the side.
That's okay. Okay, well, fucking last session, you guys made some decisions. You took an army of frogs into a cave filled with lizards. And
bullywugs, by the way.
yeah, bullywugs. And so far, you are riding that army into absolute victory over this this cave full of lizards. So far as you know. However, the numbers that you have taken out, which by my count is 6 creatures in total, you've still got 4 of them in the midst of the battle, and then you've got 1 on the back end there who was recently thrown a particular ring that contained Mr. Wyatt, and that ring is now down the hallway quite a bit. We are still in the middle of combat. You guys are trying to figure things out. One of the main things that you need to know about the battlefield, if you have forgotten, I've got a little drawing there of a pathway that is clear. The rest of it is so overgrown with seaweed and all kinds of these like wet plant life materials that it takes 4 times the movement for every foot. So for every 5 feet that you move, it's going to be 20 feet. So it's a bit of a brutal situation in terms of movement. However, there is a clear path that if you can get there, you can move freely.
I have a DM question.
Yeah.
Can I, if I wanted to, could I dismount my mount into that like free space, basically?
For sure.
Dope skis. Okay, just asking for future knowledge.
Yep. Okay. You can also deal with the overgrowth if you want to use like part of your turn to like deal with some of it. Feel free. Get creative, basically, with whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Okay, no problem. Let it rip. Disintegrate. All right. We
Tanner, what? he said the word.
we have Wyatt down the hallway. We're going into it pretty quickly. Let me get the stream so I can get some music in my ears.
Wait, I need to get some fucking Looney Tunes going. Oh no, it's not playing yet. There we go.
Oh, it should be combat music, right? We're still in combat.
Serene. Okay.
No. Frank pulled us out of combat. We're just gonna talk with these guys instead now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, as we start things up, the ring has been thrown down the hallway. Peaches tried to grab it, didn't work out. I need I need a perception check from everyone, including you, Wyatt, in the ring.
With advantage, right? Because
yeah, I think it's with advantage. Oh, right, you need advantage when I do that.
Wow.
Fucking opening roll. Oh,
Nice.
perception. Yeah, whatever. I guess I rolled a 14 or whatever.
14? Okay. Where's Wyatt at?
Give me 1 sec. I just set initial.
make sure you roll for Peaches as well. Oh
Yeah, but it's Peaches roll.
No, you
Frank.
didn't.
I
Oh
didn't.
wow. That was
I
6
rolled
days.
a 8.
You rolled a 5.
Yeah. An
So
8?
fucked up, Frank.
Okay. So, Feorn and Grix. You see that the spell casting, kind of shamanistic looking lizard folk that is in the kind of down the way there. As the ring is being thrown, you see that kind of faint blue light pouring out of now his face, and you hear almost like almost like a conversation that's taking place in the next room, and you kind of overhear it coming out of this creature, and you hear the voice that was coming from the other one say something to the effect of, "Cover both entrances. Do not let them get out. Prove to me your dedication."
I don't get any extra bits.
No.
Wow.
That sucks.
No. But you hear it loud and clear. Yeah. And you know what? No, I will. How's about this? I will say for
Don't let him
you.
bully you, Frank. Don't let him bully you.
What?
Oh no. Let me bully him.
Don't
You know
let
what?
him bully you. You're
You know
the
what?
DM.
No. I'll give him a little bit extra. Grix, will you hear just in kind of like the end phrasing, you hear the voice say, so prove your dedication to your new allies. That's what you hear at the end.
Ooh. That could have been inferred by the first thing that you said, so really not anything.
Could it have?
And he also hears, and kill that fucking weird goblin freak who's a little bit taller than the rest of the other guys.
I was honestly fully expecting Frank to troll me, like, yeah, you hear him fart at the end of it. And you can smell it.
Okay, so that's what you got. We are up to Wyatt to start things off here. Wyatt, the ring has been thrown down the hallway, but from your perspective, you just hear a bunch of clanging against stone. And a little, prior to that, a little bit of wrestling out of a dog's mouth. Wolf. Dog.
I'm kicking my feet up.
You're chilling?
I decided that last session too.
Yes, I recall. I just didn't know if you wanted to change your mind.
Fuck
Okay,
that.
next up.
Double down.
Fayorn, you're up here. And a little bit down the line, hey, Peaches, you're going to be up here too.
Where's the ring exactly?
It's down the hallway.
You say that. Is it down here or is it here?
It is literally exactly where you clicked the first time.
So it's where Wyatt is.
Yes, that's the ring.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm in this patchy field. I get advantage in nature stuff. No, I don't.
Hello, yes, I'm watching.
You should use your whole turn, Lemon, to just pet the grass and say, "Hey, why are you doing this?"
Well, I'm in wolf form, so it'd be it'd be kind of weird.
Raw XD. Ooh, whoa.
You said it's double the amount of movement that it would take? 4 times?
Yeah.
So 20 feet would be moving here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say for your lap, because you have 30, I will give you the extra space of movement for that remaining 10 feet. I don't have a problem with that. So just consider it we're rounding up.
But can he end his space in the lizard folk space?
No.
If I
He can
dash,
technically move 10,
I can dash though.
and you can.
Yep. Keep in mind you're using the wolf's movement speed, eh?
Yeah, it's 35, I believe. I'll double check, but I'm going to use hidden step.
Okay. Can you do
And-
that in wolf form?
It doesn't say I can.
I don't think you
Says-
can cast spells as a wolf, can you?
Yeah, it's a bonus action. It's not a spell.
Okay. If it's just a feature, then I think that's fine.
It's a feature of a Furblog.
Yeah.
Furblog. As a bonus action, you can magically turn. It's magically though. You can magically turn invisible 2 times per long rest.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna say you can't, because if it's a racial, you are not currently that race. I think that's a fair assessment.
Wow. Cock blocked.
Wait, hold on.
See,
Hold on. I'm gonna counterspell that cock block.
Okay.
Wild shape allows you to use all of your racial features while wild shape. So yes, using hidden step just as a bear is completely.
If only the druid player could have told me that. Go ahead, buddy. Get your hidden step in.
I actually don't see that in my wild shape notes. Like it doesn't say that as a.
but it's in your
Anyways.
notes. It's not from the.
It's not my notes. No, it's from D&D Beyond. It doesn't.
D&D
say that.
Beyond might.
It's all good. Just move it forward. You're good.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So hidden step. So I'm now invisible.
Okay.
And the reason I did that is so I don't take opportunity attacks. So that's 20 feet, right?
Okay.
This is, I'm in the good zone. That's 25,
Mm-hmm.
30, 35. Then I'm going to dash
Mm-hmm.
because that was a bonus action. So I'm using an action. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. There you go.
Okay. So you're there.
That's
Oh,
all
you're
I
gonna-
can do.
You're gonna get. Oh, you're invisible. Never mind. You're
I'm
not gonna
invisible.
get- Nice. Okay. Very cool.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have our little shaman friend, who, at all of this, is going to make his way, hustling back. But before he does, excuse me, he is going to. I'm gonna cast a spell called Fog Cloud.
Fog cloud.
Yeah. And he's going to fill the area that he is standing in with a dense fog that you cannot see through. So I'll draw a little hitbox for that. Okay. Sorry, guys.
He starts chanting Cheech and Chong and Cheech and Chong and Cheech and Chong and Fog Cloud.
Okay. So that hallway is filled, 20 square feet is filled with fog. Now, he's going to...
Dude, did you draw something?
I will be drawing something.
Oh,
I
okay,
have
okay.
a quick question.
Sure.
So I have a spell that's absorb elements. It's supposed to be for absorbing damage, like reducing damage.
Uh-huh.
Could I, in theory, use this on the fog?
Keep in mind that Grix Chiefs, Grix, they call him old Iron Lungs because he
Yeah.
smokes that
It
long
is-
leaf.
It is an element. It's water in a gaseous form.
You go ahead and link it, and I'll make that call in a second here.
Here you go, there, Beef Keef.
Okay.
Beef.
I'm fully like it's fine if it doesn't. I'm just reaching. I'm reaching.
I mean, I like the question, to be honest. I really do.
Only if Grix scoops it into his hat.
Yo,
Tanner is feeling extra fun today.
You know what?
I am.
No, I know I
You're in a
sound
good
like I'm
mood
being-
today, bro. Your PvP matches go well. What's going on,
Hey,
man?
we did I today, you know what I'm saying? We did I.
I know I sound like I'm being a downer, but I think that one's a
You're
little.
not.
It's too specific. I think.
No, that's fine. Like I was reaching. That's what.
No, it's. I like the question though. I like the attempt. Okay, now, Mr. Fayorn, I need you to make a. So he's going to come running down the hallway. If you want to get out of the way and let him pass, like you know, or you can take your opportunity attack. You let me know what you want to do.
You
Fayorn?
muted that, bro.
That's the guy that just casted the fog.
Yes. So he's going to come running past you. You're going to notice him.
No, I'm gonna let him go.
Okay.
Oh, he's going that way. Sorry, I thought he was going to the group. Yeah, I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay.
And you're going to come out of that stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Roll that plus.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Plus 4 to hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then damage is 2d4 plus 2. Sorry.
It's okay.
I will.
Ooh, not bad.
Wow. Okay.
I was trying to refocus my camera.
Oh, I thought you were trying to
Oh.
hit dab me up, bro.
Yo, fucking tab up, baby.
So that bite actually he fails the concentration save, so the fog drops. Wow. So you get a really nice chunk out of him, but he still carries on running. So 5, what was that? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Wait. Sorry. It must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Reading the spell explains the spell.
Okay. You got a 19. You got a 19.
Okay.
Okay. So he's got a couple more feet after this. So he's going to run here, scoop up the ring, and he's going to run another 10 feet. Down here, Wyatt, you actually hear I'm going to do my best at this noise. You hear basically... Okay.
That's a good pussy sounds like.
Yeah. Okay, next, we're going to have our buddy, the big boy. He's just going to... We're going to do this one quick. I got to get through these turns here. So he's going to do his classic giant spear. He's going to attack the kind of general-looking one down at the bottom there. He does get a good hit, and he's going to do 9 chunky chunks of damage.
Ooh, 9 chunky chunks, baby.
That's good. I like that chunky
Takes a big
chunk.
branch, stabs it into his torso, and it's a beautiful hit. Next up is Peaches. Peaches is going to... How's about this?
Meg has been typing in the Discord,
Oh, this is what I'm going to decide. Well,
but both of her plans got flubbed because of the
Okay.
fog cloud, and then
there's a better way to do that.
What do you mean?
yes.
What I'm going to do is we're going to go one at a time. So from my perspective, I'm going to go, it's going to start with Grix, then it's going to go to Wyatt, and then Milo, and then Feorn. In that order, as her turns come up, you're just going to say like a word for what you want to happen. So it can be like attack, flee, whatever. Just give me a word for what you think Peaches should do in this moment, and I'll take the best course of action accordingly. Not like one word. It's Grix first. Not like one word,
okay.
but like just a general idea of what you want.
Chase.
Work.
Chase?
Chase
Oh,
the
baby.
fucking Chase Wyatt.
Okay, so she gets up. She's going to fly over everything. She's going to still lose a little bit of movement, but her fly speed is pretty good. She's going to chase... and you know what she's going to do? From here, I think a pretty good idea might be to send a little blasty blast at Homeboy. So she's going to roll a 21 to hit, and gets 3 force damage off on the ring bearer. And then I'll keep her kind of tucked up in the corner here.
How is the guy holding the ring? Can she focus on his hand to try and knock it out of his hand?
She didn't think of doing that in the moment.
Oh,
It wasn't your turn to speak.
Yeah. Grix could have said something. That would have been fine. All right, next up.
On me, I costed.
Okay, next up, we're going to do this quick. So we got a nice little chunky coming out from our big toad friend.
Milo, you're up next, baby.
And he's going to
Yep.
whiff. He tries to bite down, and he bites a big mouthful of spiked shield, which actually does damage to his little gummy mouth. So the spikes sink into the roof of the mouth, and you see your toad spit out blood. Next up is Milo with Grix around the corner.
Yep. So I'm just gonna Milo. Why stuff's happening, but there's still lizard folk right up in front. So he's just gonna fucking trudge his way forward, chopping through the leaves, and then to this lizard folk in front of him. Maybe like not like getting a hidden attack, but just like a surprise through the dense foliage. Milo's warhammer comes through and fucking slams this thing in the head.
Okay.
Hopefully slams this thing in the head. Ooh, for a natural 20, baby!
Let's go. Look at Simo's face.
Sorry. It's just last session I rolled so poorly.
Yeah? And what does this have to do with last session, you know?
Dude,
Now
he's
this-
fucking-
now
he's
it's like,
feeling it, bro.
Thank you, Ghost. Thank you, Ghost. I'm sucking the D&D Ghost. Okay. So how exactly we do just double the dice or roll 2 dice?
I'll let you choose.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2 dice. So I'm gonna roll 2d8, a 6 and a 3, so 9 plus 2, 11 bludgeoning damage to this lizard.
To the one right in front of you?
To the one, yeah, directly in front of me.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so you fucking smash this guy, and you basically break down a part of his spine. He still somehow...
Does he have
like,
scoliosis
fucking-
now?
He whimpers, but he knows that his future as an old man is not looking bright, so...
Whimpers, bro. He whimpers.
So yeah, you get a fucking...
Okay,
Nasty.
boom. That's and then that's really all I can do. I'm out of spell slots. I'll just end my turn with that.
Next up are our
Cutting 'em
bully
down.
dogs. They're going to try to move here. How much movement do we got? Yeesh. Okay, they're gonna foot and these guys are good. Okay, so we got a couple of attacks. We get 3 of them out. So they're going to bip, bop, boop, beep. Oh, there's a crit. Jesus.
Yes.
Ding, ding, and 20. Wow, the crit did 6, the normal hit did 7. That's insane. Wow.
He's
Brutal.
cracked, bro. He's cracked.
Okay. Okay, so a little bit of damage dished out to the general looking one at the bottom, and then the lizard folk on top. Lots of damage being shelled out by these guys over time. Next up is going to be Arcus. Try to get a nice quick turn out of him. So he's going to go with the longsword, two-handed swing to the general that is below him. He's going to hit on a
Arcus is
16.
Good to know.
Oh,
Good to know.
Jesus. He gets a fucking nasty hit. Does 11 damage. Still stands, though. Lots of swords and spears being wielded. Grix, you're up.
Disengage works for all targets that are in range, right?
Everything.
Cool. I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Cool. See you, nerd. So
That's
that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I just like go here below him?
Sure.
Okay. And then I'm going to be casting Chaos Bolt, baby.
Okay.
Using a spell slot,
Nice.
refreshing my Tides of Chaos as well. Just do that as well, so that way I know to do it. Cast the spell first, and then do my nat 20 roll to try to do the Tides of Chaos.
Yeah, I think that's what you want. Yeah, sure, that's good.
Oh no, I rolled damage. Why? Why did it roll damage? I'm sorry. Cancel. I'm sorry. Ignore that. That's fine. Hey, does a
What?
23 hit that guy?
Yeah.
It's holding Milo. All right, dope. Now I'll roll damage.
Why?
That's why.
That's on me.
The white
My
folk.
bad.
It's okay.
I'm gonna do poison DiMaggio. Yeah, poison DiMaggio.
Poison? He's immune? I'm just kidding. Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, so how much damage in total?
8.
8, nice hit. Okay, so you're beating the shit out of this guy. His back starts to bubble from all the fucking nasty poison injected into him.
Okay.
But he's still up and still running.
Jesus.
Okay. I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, next up is Wyatt. You hear a bunch of fucking bips, bops, and bangs. You hear spells being casted and the kind of shrieks of the guy holding you, screaming in pain. I mean, your feet are up right now. It's pretty, you're kind of feeling good.
Yeah, you cozy as hell in there, bro.
I just want to double check something. I'm probably just gonna do nothing for my turn, but I just want to see.
You're like Rick James with your feet kicked up, you know?
Who the fuck is Rick James?
You don't know the
Okay.
Dave Chappelle Rick James?
I just wanted
Who
to
the fuck is-
see,
no.
like, if it's an action or bonus action to leave. I know the answer, but I'm gonna stay in there.
Okay, next up is Fayorn.
I have a reaction.
Okay.
Fayorn! It's your birthday today. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fayorn. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, that was your next 3 turns, by the way, Raph. Okay, Fayorn
I
gets
really-
inspiration.
Really
Fayorn.
slid that in there. I don't even know what I was doing anymore.
You know what? Well, do the Wyatt. Just kick your feet up, bro. It's your birthday.
My feet were already up. I'll keep chasing this guy.
Okay, let her rip.
Go for another bite. Oh, bite. That's +4, so 15.
15 will hit.
Then he has a DC 11 saving throw.
17.
Oh man,
38.
how's he looking?
So he's looking fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say as you kind of bite and you try to like toss him around and like get him prone, he like pushes off of you. He makes the save. And in this moment, that kind of faint blue just turns to this piercing, this glaring blue light that just pours out of his eyes and mouth. And even in the other room, you see this like flood of light. And from his mouth comes this almost frantic but very poignant voice. Enough bloodshed. You are not leaving here, whether alive or dead. Every exit is covered. Enough slaying my warriors.
Wait, we're
You
not
do
leaving
not-
them, we're dead.
You do not have to lay down your weapons, but you will come inside and understand our peril.
Well, we're coming inside, all right.
Hey, I got no more spell slots, but hey, bless. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say that. I'll say that's his whole turn. Next up in the other room, I mean, Big Daddy Froggy he doesn't care about any of that. He doesn't.
Frognish.
So he's going to let her rip. Whiffs on that one.
Wait, did these guys buy us attack at all last turn? Did they even do anything?
What's that?
The lizard folk in front of us. They didn't get a turn.
Oh fuck, because they were dead. I'm gonna retcon that. We're gonna have to throw some.
Okay, hey, I'm putting a tally down. A DM retcon for a player retcon. I'm marking it down.
It's fine. You know. All right, let's do
Bully
it
the
quick.
DM. It's bully the DM day.
What do we got?
Yeah.
Bang bang. Okay, very good. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of different targeting. So on to you, Mr. Milo. So club and spear. You're gonna be getting. Actually, sorry, this one's just doing the club. So 15 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, and then above you, he's gonna attack the bullywug. And he's going to get an 18 to hit, which is going to hit nice and flush. And he's going to smash that guy for 4 bludgeoning damage. And you hear like this horrific, like squelchy scream come out of this bullywug the first time.
Try it for us.
It was like that was like a chicken. I don't fucking. The first thing that came out of me.
Hey, I don't know what a bullywug sounds like. Sounds like a bullywug to me.
Yeah, it's canon. They sound like. Next on the
Remember
bottom. This guy's gonna go for one of these bullywugs as well. He's gonna hit and hit. And he's gonna be doing kapow plus kapow. So you see him take this spiked mace, smashes down on this bullywug's head, and as he like pulls the mace back, like the kind of one of the points is in the back of his head, so he pulls him back into his spiked shield and bashes him, and the bullywug just kind of
Very
like
cool.
plasters on the shield and like slides off.
Which one?
This one down here at the bottom is dead.
Why do these bullywugs have more gruesome deaths than some of our enemies?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so that's the retcon. So we'll jump. Actually, shit. Sorry, the one up top. I totally fucking whiffed. Sorry, guys. I'll do this real quick. Miss. Hit. Fuck. Wow, just enough. The next one swings the Morning Star, misses, but he's already been hit. So he takes the shield and just kind of gets behind it and puts his full force into it and just fucking splatters this thing, and it goes flying into the water. Also dead. Okay, next up is Peaches, which is under Wyatt's control. Wyatt, having heard that little plea at the end there, you get to decide, what is Peaches doing here? Huh?
I don't know.
You got to do something. You're in control.
I think Peaches would hold back.
Okay.
It's not a
But-
trivia game.
Huh?
It's not a trivia game.
But I don't know what
There's
you
no-
would
there's
do.
there's no right or wrong answer.
You decide.
You can prep an action if you want.
Yeah, I guess if if the lizard folk moves any further, just Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Okay.
And
so...
Peaches maybe will say something like, "Don't move." I don't know.
Sounds like Peaches, all right.
Instant intimidation check pass. He starts quivering and pissing. All right. In the other room, our big toad boy. He's gonna. He's pissed. His teeth are bleeding. Next up on controlling Peaches, by the way, is gonna be Milo. So just bear that in mind. So he's gonna try. Fuck. He just whiffs. He whiffs.
Classic.
Not doing good over there. Okay. Next is Milo with Aukis and Grix up.
Okay. I'm going to
Get ready.
still in combat with this one in front of me. Fucking boom, swing, backhand, the Warhammer.
Okay.
I'm gonna bang this
that
dude in the
makes
face. Nice. That's I'm rolling nice. I'm rolling nice. Not a nice enough to blow a ghost, but 18 to hit.
That hits.
And
What the fuck are you talking about?
You heard
I
him.
want to shoot your ectoplasm on you? Like, what?
yeah, 8 damage. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Go ahead and describe how you.
Just like a swing as the thing is hissing back at me, backhand swing at its lower jaw and just jaw broken. Dead,
Oh.
falls lifeless. And then I'm gonna take its place. So when I lost my mouse. There it is. When I kill it, I'm gonna push forward out of the shit and
Okay.
be here.
Okay.
That's it.
I will say, as you look around the battlefield, because you can't see them, you can see that you have laid waste, including the giant lizard, to now 7 foes. Okay. All right. Next up is going to be the bullywugs, who they're gonna get their hands forward, and we'll just roll this very quickly. I wish I had thought to re-roll this, but that's okay. Bang, bang, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay, only one of them misses. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 7, and 2. Jesus Christ. So your little army here makes their way kind of like through the bushes, and just as they come out, spears go in, retract the spears, and the general at the bottom and the regular lizard folk at top both go down. So they just fucking drop. Next up is Grixie. Or sorry, Aukis. No, it's going to be Grix. Aukis is going to get behind Milo and kind of reinforce him. Next is Grix.
Okay. I am going to cast Chaos Bolt, Firebolt on the lizard guy.
Okay.
Will you allow that?
Yeah. So you're not taking the plea?
Nope.
Just going ham? All right.
Yep. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Do not answer if that hits or not.
Okay.
I'd like to use my Tides of Chaos, please,
Okay, go ahead.
to re-roll.
Okay.
I should have taken the first one. Oh well.
Well, hold on. Is it to re-roll or is it to take the better of the two?
It is once per long rest, you can gain advantage on one attack roll,
so
ability check, or saving throw.
So what's the better of the two? The 13?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that still hits.
Oh, dopesies. All right.
Wow.
Does that kill?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. So I just want to like really like swirl around in my hand, like like a baseball, like you're just like rotating in your hand and just fucking give him a nice little knuckle curveball right to the dome, right to the back of the head.
Okay. As this bolt is coming, the last voice that comes out is, "Then you will be taken by force.
Bring it on!"
Move in now." And then
Here comes the entire royal guard.
And then, as the kind of dust settles on this, the weeds in the other room clear, and you just hear. So there's one more like general lizard folk in the other room. Down your end of the hallway there, Grix, you too now hear, as well as everybody else that's down there, like just like constant squishy noise coming. Milo, I need you to make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay. You hear kind of like a similar, not quite as squishy, but like a wet footstep, followed by lots of instances of like dragging, scraping on stone sounds coming from the south.
Coming from the south.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Wyatt. The ring, yet again, you hear it ting, ting, tumble to the ground. And you've heard, obviously, all this plea and da-da-da, the like, you'll be taken by force. You hear all that shit. Chillin'? All right, fucking
This motherfucker, dude.
You're up, buddy.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh yeah.
And Wyatt's in the ring.
Wyatt's in the ring. Ring falls to the ground.
I can't really hold on to it.
Okay.
You can swallow it.
Oof.
You could probably pick it up and have it in your mouth. Like,
If I go to bite someone,
But then wouldn't Wyatt be inside of his mouth at that point?
I mean,
Did-
okay.
did-
I'm just gonna ready an action because
Okay.
there's nothing in front of me yet.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna stand in the little hallway and kind of, snarl and like be in the ready to pounce position.
Okay.
Look all mean and stuff. And
And stuff.
mean and stuff. And so I guess my action would be if anybody is within range, I'll attack.
Very good. Okay. Okay. Where are we at here? So top of the order here, right after you go there, Feorn. What is revealed to you in the northern passageway is being led by several, we're going to call them about 3.5 foot tall, pale, slimy, but weirdly bipedal fish folk holding spears, and then followed behind them many more that fill the hallway holding crossbows, are these little creatures, which you that pour down the hallway in formation. Milo, let me just give you a little bit of an angle here.
okay.
What you see coming your way, very much in a similar fashion to the people that were on. You seen the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
Long time.
The people that were on the Dutchman that were all like encrusted with like shells and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You see a bunch of humanoid creatures being led by two sergeant-looking types, again in very strict formation. The two in the front holding a trident with a hooked net over their back, and then behind them a little fleet of holding smaller tridents, very angry-looking, soldier-looking types as they march their way forward up this little pathway here. And they will be going at the top of the round. Shaman is toast. Bullywug is got not a whole lot to do, but I'll roll his attack here. Next up is going to be Peaches as this guy attacks. Milo, you actually get the say here. Now, you got to metagame a little bit because she's down the hallway, so you know what she knows. But go ahead and tell me, what does Peaches do at this?
Peaches will pick up the ring.
Okay. I think that's in line.
Grab the ring, pick up the ring, and like a hand to Grix and a hand to the fucking creatures down the hallway, and in her best dwarven accent,
Let's hear it.
like, let's talk. I can't do dwarf, unfortunately. Keep your feet on the ground. That's all I have.
I like it.
Champion!
She doesn't say that. She says, we can talk. Like,
Azeroth
okay, let's
is
talk.
bleeding.
And she will just try and cool everybody off.
Okay, and they kind of stop marching down the hallway, but they stand in formation, and because they're so small, they can get, even in that tight passageway, they can get three.
Oh,
of
they're
them.
small? Never mind. She's gonna go start stomping on them.
Okay, next up is going to be our giant toad, but Milo, you can go ahead and go while this thing gets
Toad.
turned off.
Okay, so I was here.
Give me a second.
I get it. I get it, but I don't get it. I'm fucking. None of that shit means shit to me. I know that there are people coming behind us. I need to start pushing forward, and I got to get through this guy to do it.
Okay. By the way, Akis is following you, using his movement to follow you.
Okay. I rolled an 11, unfortunately.
11, that does not hit.
No, doesn't.
Okay. Anything else?
With that miss, I'll just fucking stand my ground. I'm going toe to toe with this dickhead.
Okay. Meanwhile, the bullywugs jump to get a full surround on this guy, and they go pretty fucking hamburgers. We'll get all those rolls out, and I'll get Akis up there too. Grix, you can go ahead and take your turn while I'm doing this.
So these fishmongers. I know it's not the right term, but these fish people. I know the races, but anyways, these fish people, are they like ready to go, or are they just like staying their ground? They're waiting to see what kind of happens next, type situation.
Well, they have taken heed, and they are waiting because Peaches has just said we can talk. So they kind of get in formation, 3 of them at front with spears pointed, and then you see like a pretty big fleet of them with crossbows aimed overhead.
The
And they stop.
Spartans almost beat the Persians. I'm just throwing it out there, guys. If it wasn't for that little rat fuck who couldn't lift his shield up.
Okay, and between
And I don't
I
feel
will
the
say, by
wrap
the way, between the bullywugs chomping away at this guy's like legs and stuff, Akis gets a final blow and gets a double swing with his longsword and just chops this guy's head off.
Nice.
Just following your lead at this point. And the corpses continue to pile.
So are we still in combat?
Well,
They're.
I mean,
You said they're heating.
yeah, they're waiting, but like I'll say you're kind of in like a pseudo weird non-combat moment right now.
So still turn-based then.
I mean, kind of. You can go ahead and do what you want to do. I'll say there's like a.
I'm just gonna
temporary
shout back
pause.
to Milo. I'm gonna move back and just reorient myself. I'll look back at Milo after I guess hearing the fall of the other lizard folk. Well, Milo, what do we do? Do we talk or do we let our abilities do the talking for us?
Is that what Grix is saying? Because Milo doesn't know that they're like, hey, let's talk about this.
I think we all heard that booming voice, didn't we? Or just
No.
me and Grix?
It was Grix and you, I think.
Yeah, I would say like most of that hit. I'll say Milo being like kind of enwrapped in weeds down the hallway, fighting. Yeah, he's not gonna.
Okay.
He's not
Okay.
hearing that. But he does see the army coming.
So like at like first sight of Grix, I'll just say, Grix, there's more at our rear. Tell Faorn to have his frogs do something, and I'm just gonna turn and like posture up to fight whatever's coming from behind us.
Okay.
Hey, upon seeing, okay, so then can I do an action upon seeing? Okay, so upon seeing Milo getting ready to get right back into it, I'll shout to Faorn, tell your frogs to back up Milo, or go back there and you order them to start attacking, because we're going into it. And I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna move forward
Uh huh.
to here to greet them all,
Uh huh.
and I am going to cast. Wait, this is 60 feet of range. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
It's an AOE. It's AOE.
All right. Okay.
So let's see if I hit. Yeah, I think that hits.
Probably.
Yeah, that
hit.
hits. That hits.
Let me like draw the thing or no?
Frank, I love your facial expressions.
Ooh.
You. Because I know what you're thinking right now, because I'm thinking the same thing.
How do I do it so that way, like I can, if I cast it in Foundry, can I pull up the AOE thing?
Well, you can draw the AOE thing.
Well, I know it's a cone. I just don't know how big the cone. Like,
What does it say?
oh man, I rolled again. I'm so sorry. Ignore those
That's
rolls.
60 feet.
A frigid beam of blue, white streaks towards a creature within range. Oh, it's a creature. I could have swore it was AOE when I fucking used it before, but that's fine. I'll just attack the top one then.
Okay. And how much damage?
Yeah, let me just roll that real quick. Or I know I already rolled. It's 5 damage.
5? Okay.
Are they smaller than me?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do 5 damage to the top one then.
Okay.
And then that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I'll stay there. Fuck it.
Okay. As this ray hits, it kind of like blasts him in the face, and like it freezes up, and he's got like these bloody kind of frozen pieces on his face, and he kind of like shakes it off, and he turns back, and he just says to his group in common, "They're not heeding. Attack!"
Oh, here we go.
And then from the bottom side, not kind of really seeing what's going on there, they still kind of get themselves in formation and start marching themselves northward. And you can see they're being very tentative as they move, very cautious, moving around these kind of pieces, and they start making their way up. And Milo, for the first time, you get a glimpse of how many there are as they start kind of winding their way in here. And so you've got a whole total head count of about 2 sergeants and 8 of the guys in the back.
And Milo looks and he says, "Frogs, what is your profession?" And they lift their spears and they say, "Oh, oh, oh."
It's canon. It's canon. It's canon. Okay.
Ribbit.
Yeah, it's ribbit.
So Faorn, for the first time here, I will say something that I mentioned last time. You kind of developed this like a little bit of a mental bond with your frogs, and I'll say for the first time, kind of this great deep sense of uncertainty strikes your mind, and you have a response and a responsibility that you're able to give these frogs as you perceive this much larger threat looming onto them, and there is fear across each one of their minds. What is the, I'll say you get kind of like a one-word like response or emotion that you can kind of like inspire them with from down where you're at?
one word?
Yep. Your connection isn't this like you
Yeah.
can't like converse with them necessarily. You're conveying like a basic idea.
How many are left? I didn't know how many died. Actually, I wouldn't know that. Never mind. Don't tell me.
You do.
2 died.
There's
Or whatever.
5 plus the toad and the big boy. So 2 have died.
I mean, it seems like we're fighting.
So what are you giving them?
Honor. I don't know what their values are, but honor.
Honor, bro. You barely know her.
Yeah, come on, man.
More like offer, okay? Like
Okay.
take it easy. Okay. And in this similar regard, Aukis in this same moment will turn to you, Milo. And he's kind of been doing this, like just following you along, like kind of keeping his hand out almost like on your back and then like going in with the attack as he needs to. So he kind of like stands by your side and he just looks at you and says, this is a great threat, but I'm by your side for whatever course we take. What do we do?
Can I respond?
Yeah.
Are they with the lizard folk?
They must be some sort of ally. An ally in war. And I'll give you one more response.
If we can't go forward and we can't go backwards, we have to go through. And I'll shield up or hammer up.
Okay.
Maybe yes, sir.
Okay. At this, I'll say the bullywugs, Aukis, the toad, they kind of like line themselves up here.
Yeah, they do.
And I'll say that they're all kind of like ready, holding actions for movement. We've rotated. Wait, how the fuck did we get back here? That doesn't make any sense.
You gave Grix his turn, I think, when the bullywugs went.
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Because you're
Well,
rolling a
it was
bunch of bullywug.
It was my turn, and then because we were not in combat, but in combat.
Oh,
right.
that's right.
Things happened, and then I had my turn.
Okay, fair enough.
And that triggered, put us back into combat. I'm assuming.
I see. So that's what went down there. Okay, so I need to find a place. I mean, I think everything's pretty much gone all right so far, but I need to figure out where to place this.
Disintegrate. And I kill the
Actually,
entire force behind us.
This will help.
This is what they are? That should look like a Pokemon, bro. Good luck.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I think at this, we are going to have to... Yeah, no, we're going to have to just go with Grix. So we're going to be back at Grix. I think that's the best way to do this.
I get another attack, essentially.
Yeah, effectively.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
I know it's a weird spot, but this thing's...
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna move back. Okay.
Phrank.
And I am going to. On the one I already hit, he's looking like peachy keen, basically, right?
He's looking pretty okay, yeah.
Pretty okay. Okay, so the bottom one, I am going to cast level 1 Chaos Bolt.
Okay, let her rip.
Yep. And I'm also going to refresh my Tides of Chaos as well.
Okay.
So let me do my Chaos Bolt.
On the bottom one?
Oh!
Okay.
Brutality.
Damn.
All right. I'm gonna roll my d20. Okay, and as a bonus action, I am going to use one of my sorcery points to refresh one of my spell slots, and that will be my turn.
Okay.
And I'm pissing and shitting my pants.
Okay.
Aggressively.
Yes.
Wyatt.
On purpose. He's like pushing.
You hear all of it. You hear it all. They're not heeding, attack. You hear that there's this army. You hear kind of like the rumblings of kind of everybody's ideas going on. You hear Peaches say, "We can talk," and then immediately followed by an ice bolt.
Ray of Frost. It's
Ray
Ray.
of Frost, sorry. Sure. What are you doing?
Can I just Milo hasn't heard anything pertaining let's just talk, right? Because I'm acting under the influence of I don't know that we've necessarily been offered peace. I might not accept peace, but like they're just throwing more shit at us. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? Like,
I mean, from your perspective, sure, fair enough.
Okay, okay,
You
that's-
haven't really been told anything, so.
Okay. I just want the
I'll
group to know that I'm not trying to just like Agent of Chaos this shit, fucking kill everything. I'm just not having heard any of that. I'm just like, all right, like what else do we do here? Just put down our weapons and die? Like these freaks.
Okay. I will say, well, how's about this? I'll say that from your perspective, the creatures that are kind of making their way up right now, they're not like charging in headlong. They're just cautiously moving in formation, even as they get to this like 10 feet away from you position. They're not like aiming for an attack. They're just slowly creeping their way in. Okay. And they're just staying in formation, just kind of like looking you down. And I'll say at this point though, as your kind of battle has died off here, now the kind of conversing down the hallways and stuff will be much more clear for you guys. And you just saw Grix kind of fire a bolt down the hallway there, which by the way bounces off the wall and so on and so forth.
No, I rolled a nat 1, so it didn't even leave my hand. It just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it stinks a little bit. Your finger's stinky.
That's fair. That's understandable.
Sorry, Wyatt, you're up here.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
What size are lizard folk?
They're medium.
Inside the ring,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get naked
Wow.
and put all my clothes in my bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn into a lizard folk and pop out of the ring.
Naked.
Oh. Okay.
Out of the ring is a bonus action. Changing myself is an action.
No weapons. Just a lizard folk.
Naked.
Okay.
Well, that's how I presume they are. I presume that they're naked.
Okay.
I also don't want my clothes to like change shape, so I'm gonna just come out naked.
Okay. Well, they are like kitted up, obviously, so they've got like leathers and stuff like that. But fair enough. Okay, it's not really out of the norm, but
Yeah.
okay. So you have an action. You
I don't
pop
have
out,
clothing
you're
that fits a lizard
He's
folk,
ha-
so I'm
he's
just
hanging
gonna go.
brain, bro.
I'm gonna
He's
go
hanging
naked.
brain.
I'm playing a canon. I don't have lizard folk clothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I pop
You have
out.
an action.
My action was to change. My
Oh, was to change. Okay. Now, let me just ask you this. Would you have only come up with that after the kind of bolt and shit like that was happening? Because I'll allow you to have done it previous if you want to come out with an action. I have no problem with that.
No, I'm gonna roll with how the game has progressed.
All right, fair enough. So that's when you decide to do it. Next up is Feorn. You see, I guess you would just see like a lizard folk kind of fucking pop up beside you. Naked, definitely different looking than the other ones.
And I wouldn't know that it was from the ring.
I think Simo can answer that.
Like I'm gonna appear beside you.
Okay. Okay.
But it's got a small white person dick, so we know that it's Wyatt.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't think lizard folk have dicks.
You're just telling me they're out here Donald Ducking it?
Yep.
And it's my turn now.
I wish I could fucking do a voice, but I can't. I fucking can't, bro.
Can I? This is just for flavor, but I have keen hearing and smell. Can I tell that lizard is Wyatt by the smell?
Give me a perception
Okay.
check with whatever bonus the keen thing gives you.
+3.
Mhm.
Oh, for the keen thing. Just says I had advantage on it, so
Let it rip. Yeah,
That
you
plus-
can.
okay.
You know it's Wyatt.
okay. So I'm gonna hold my ground. I'm just gonna kind of snarl and snap at the air.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Give me an intimidation check.
So intimidating, boys.
These are fish folk.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes!
Ooh.
Very good. Okay. So you see they kind of like the one that called like to attack. You can see the two beside him in the hallway just kind of like put their little flippers out and they like kind of hold him back a little bit while holding their spears out. And I will say, due to that check, which you only won by 3, by the way, I will say that the two on the sides kind of come up. They step forward a little bit. And they just say, "You're totally surrounded. Give up. And no more harm will come to you."
I can't relay that message because I'm a freaking wolf.
It's going down the hallway. Everybody can hear
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Hello?
I hear that from down the hall?
Give me a perception check.
I choose to fail. I'm just kidding.
I choose to fail.
Perception. I don't remember if I have a plus in this or not. I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
I think Frank's.
I think
camera-
Frank froze. Yeah.
He said I fucking kicked my PC and it rebooted.
What kind of computer is he running that if you can kick it, it reboots?
Why
I
is
mean,
it
fine,
by
it's
his
not gonna
feet?
reboot. See, I'm kicking it right now. No problem.
And this motherfucker, he's so giddy, he's fucking kicking his feet back and forth in his chair because they don't touch the ground and shit. He's just having a gay old time over there like the Flintstones, bro.
Oh my god.
Damn. I had some good rolls followed by some poop rolls.
Same. I fucking nat 1 fucking an attack.
That's tough. Welcome back.
That was brutal.
Yeah, I bet.
I literally okay. I mean, none of you know this, but there's a thing you do when you're short. There's a way you sit where you cross your leg underneath the other one.
Yup.
Dude, I do
Yes,
that. I do
sir.
that every day. It's not just for short people.
Listen to
Are
me.
you
Well,
gatekeeping
not the
short people
same.
stuff from everybody else?
We are.
As you fucking short king
Hey,
gatekeeper?
you can't have everything, okay? You can't have it all.
I
You
do
don't
the
get to-
same thing
you don't
you
get
do.
to not only reach the top cupboard, but also on top of the cupboard, and get to sit my way. All right?
Yeah.
You
You
don't
have to stay with your feet on the
Stay
fucking
in your
ground.
fucking lane, okay?
stay in your lane, dude. You don't get to tuck one leg under the other and let it Does it dangle? Does your foot dangle in the air, or does it touch the ground? What does it do? Do it right now. Tell me. Does your foot touch the ground? Or are you dangling? Back up. Let me see. Let me see. Tuck the foot underneath. He can't even do it. Oh, he's pushing himself.
Wow,
He's got
yeah.
enough to
Yeah.
not only, bro. Mine is free flying right now. I'm kicking it like this, like a little schoolgirl on a park bench.
Did I not say that he was doing that?
Yeah.
You did say that. You did say that.
I said this session got you all giddy, bro. You out here kicking your feet under your chair, dude.
So I readjusted and I kicked my thing. Okay, Timo, we are not the same. Okay, You go ahead, utilize the top shelf. That's where I keep all the stuff I don't need because I can't access it frequently.
Well, doesn't your wife access that for you?
What was the perception check?
Can you turn your camera on?
It
Short
is on.
King.
It is.
What's not working?
There it is.
Yeah, is the link still good? By the way, you guys can try it outside.
I think the perception check was 7.
9. I rolled a 9.
9. Sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think we have to rejoin.
I just refreshed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like refresh, whatever.
Oh.
Join. Oh, I'm first ever standing.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Lemon, what I'm going to tell you too is I'm going to say that this like emotional train, this like link that you've got going with them. I'll say in this kind of like moment of intensity as things are like shifting, I'll say that you can shift your kind of message that you're delivering. So right now they're on this like kick of like bullywug honor. They're fucking holding their ground, ready to rip. So
I'll tell them to hold.
Okay. So like
After hearing that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say too, in addition to what they just said, the last thing they'll add is, "This is your last warning." Okay. Okay. And that's what they do. And you just hear more and more of them kind of piling in down that hallway. All right. Next is the big boy, who is just going to take heed to that. And then from the bottom side, Grix, I'll say because you're in the middle of the hallway, you're going to hear this too pretty easily. So the bottom side, all these creatures are going to start lining themselves up. And the two sergeants up front step right up to these two kind of larger creatures, and they just plant their tridents down on the ground, and they just kind of look up this giant bullywug and giant toad, and they kind of like lean over and peek down. And one of them kind of says something to the other one, and Grix, you hear that they're speaking in Goblin, and they say,
Goblin.
"Oh, you don't?"
Damn.
I do.
They say,
I know Goblin.
listen. They say, "We could take them easily, but why waste the blood?" And then they turn and look down the hall, the kind of in between the two at you, Milo, and they say, in common, "Are you leading this charge?"
I can answer or no?
Yep. I'll say there's like a little bit of a pause.
What would Milo say to that? No.
Can I respond?
Sure.
I want to respond in Goblinese.
Okay.
You doing work for them? How much are they paying you?
Kind of look, like peek down the hallway. They say,
Actually, can I move to like before I say that?
sure. I like right now it's just kind of like a tense bit of holding a little bit. And we'll kick off at the kind of point in the turn order unless somebody comes up with something like they want to throw in unknown. As you come down the hallway though, they just kind of like glare at you. Landwalker. We don't work for them. We do our own thing, but we have similar goals. And I'll say it this too. Two of the like soldier creatures, they kind of like kick over one of the dead sergeants, just kind of roll him over, and you see them kind of like grin a little bit. One turns the head to the other and behind ranks and just says the word pathetic in Goblin. Carry on.
Which ones are the ones that are conversing in Goblin? Is it the back people or the two front ones?
The back.
The fuck is that?
Huh?
Okay. Do I recognize, like, like, what they are?
You've never seen a creature like this before, but they certainly have some goblinish features. Their ears, part of their kind of musculature, it's very goblin-like, but they're a little bit bigger, and they're encrusted in shells and slimy, and they've got some scales.
I'm gonna ask what their goals are. This is all gonna be in Goblinese.
To collect you for the time being. So, are we fighting, or are you walking?
That's in Goblinese.
Yep.
I'll lean forward to Milo and just like have my put my hand like I'll like reach up, put my hand on his shoulder and like kind of like try to pull him down a little bit. What do we do? What's the play here, Milo? We duking it out, or are we listening to what they say or going with them?
What are they saying?
Well, they're here to collect us. Put it bluntly. They didn't really divulge any more than that.
And they work with
No,
the lizard
they
folk?
have the same goals. Or similar goals, I should say. But they do not work for the lizard folk. Do I might be able to get some more information if you want before we make it or we can just go off your lead.
And what do they expect us to do? Do they expect us to put down our weapons and follow them? What is collecting us entail?
I'll ask him that. I'll ask him that in Goblinese.
Well, as you're talking, he would kind of like, he'd be hearing you, so he would respond in common to make things kind of smoother.
Which one am I talking to?
One of the sergeants in front.
Okay.
He says, you've been summoned by the Queen.
Where?
Directly to her, in her chamber.
Where's her chamber?
Inside, you pest. So, I don't like to waste too much time. Are you coming the easy way, or are you coming the hard way?
Usually I come hard.
It's right, he comes hard. It's like when you blow up a balloon and let it go.
My record is 4 meters, so we'll have to compare later.
Phrank said,
But only if there's time, and there will be no time for cum slinging if you do not follow me now.
Milo, are we following him?
And Milo will just shout to him, yeah, we'll follow you. We'll see the queen. We will be seen by the queen. But mind your tongue, lest you end up like him. And I'll point to the dead one on the ground because he said that thing about, he called bricks and pest.
And you will mind yours.
And I'll let it be that. I'm gonna kill your queen, dog.
Fine, so be it. Okay. Lemon, are you not in the game right now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I just can't see you on the list. Okay.
I'll refresh it. just in case.
Okay. So I would say, parts of that conversation would kind of sling down the hallway there now that everything's kind of calm. The fish folk, however, I'll say simultaneously, they kind of look down the hallway and they look to you, Wyatt. Have they taken you hostage?
I say this in common.
Where is your weaponry? Yes.
I'll say, I am an ambassador. I'm here for peace.
Then join our ranks and take them with you. Let them know that the less blood they shed, the less they will have to suffer.
We will stand down.
You mean they will?
This group brought me here. I needed an escort.
Or you came with them? Fine. You have returned home. Take them. All of you join our ranks. And I must say, you sound like this old priest I used to know. The mainland. It's uncanny.
And I'll turn back and I'll say, group, team, stand down.
Well, it sounds like you have your orders, I suppose. You're moving in to follow the fish. All of you.
Who said that? These people by us or the other?
The sergeants by you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll start heading down the hallway then.
I'll start heading down the hallway.
I'm going
And-
to as I walk by some of the frogs,
Mhm.
bullywugs, I'll kind of motion them along and be just kind of I don't know, doing the hand gesture basically to try to have them. I know they're not going to try to listen to me, maybe, but maybe because Feorn's there, they'll follow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll stand down and I guess tell them to move forward, in my head, just follow.
Not allowed, he says. Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Are you saying in wolf form?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. The
Just let
fish
me know
folk.
when it might run out, even though that was fairly quick. It lasts an hour.
Yeah, no. You got lots of time.
Okay.
Okay, so the fish folk, in a very smooth, coordinated movement pattern, they kind of flood their way out of the hallway with the three in the back, closest to you, still kind of keeping their eye on you. There's two archers that are also kind of keeping their eyes on you. The rest of them just kind of clearing their way and moving forward. So I'll say you guys all kind of get, ushered forward, which brings us to inside.
We're coming.
So as you move your way up this cavern, what you end up finding is it kind of opens up into this very nice little grove area. Some of the sunlight pierces through, which allows certain plant life to grow.
Are we supposed to see a new map or no?
You will be.
Okay.
And then as you kind of pass through this grove, there's this like very heavily brushed over area, and the fish kind of pull back some of the brush, and it reveals this carved stone door. It's carved with all kinds of like serpent-like figures, snakes, snake eyes, just all kinds of snaky things. And
I'm a slithery little snake.
What was this water that we just passed? What would have been the outside entrance of water? Like, do we see that from the inside anywhere?
do you mean like the second entrance?
Yeah, the second entrance that we were just by. Was that it?
No.
That was
So
just a pool of water.
This is it's just a pool of water. It's this like little oasis looking thing.
Okay.
And they kind of move you all forward. Where the hell did I put Y? There it is. Okay. Now, some of the tokens here are not going to show up in this next thing, but just know that as you're kind of moving through, the fish are leading you. These kind of shell goblins are behind you, and your bullywugs are with you. But I'm going to just move you as the pack of 5 just to make things easier, if that's all right.
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll survive.
Yeah, we'll let it slide this time.
What is this? You put us in jail?
Huh? No. So this is the stone door. So as you move in, you can see that this is a fairly well-crafted cavern. It's cold. It is damp. The air is very, very damp. And you can already hear the kind of echoes of this like hissing type of conversation happening from all different directions. It's like you've walked into a literal snake pit. Though you do hear rumblings of different types of voices as well, speaking in common and other languages as well. I just need to jump forward here. I realized my computer reset and my resource is not up, so just give me 1 sec. Okay. 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 So, you are getting ushered in, and I'll just kind of drag you guys along as they are going to lead you in this direction. So as you move down, the first thing you see is what looks to be a little bit of a makeshift guard room. There's a bunch of lizard folk, clearly kitted up, same type of weaponry from those that you had just slain en masse. And they're just kind of like hanging out. Seems like they're almost playing like their version of like a card or dice game or something. As you get down to this hallway, most of the fish folk kind of break off to the right and they start heading up towards that path. 3 of them, though, stay with you and move their way in and open the door to this. Okay, open the door to this next room. This room has lizard folk that are clearly not any type of warrior. And they are standing in what seems to be their version of like a banquet hall. So there's unarmed lizard folk in here. There are long tables set with just massive feasts. Different kinds of meats, some of them raw. Not kind of a feast that normal humans would attend, but there are like cups and other civilized implements in here. All the commoners kind of move their way back against the walls as you make your way between the tables and get ushered through to the southern side.
What is their like, how do they perceive us? Is it like disgust, or they like hiss at us or blow us kisses?
They seem like, if anything, they seem like cautious and maybe a little bit fearful, but mostly because it's like it's certainly out of the norm what they're looking at.
Okay. And then as we were walking through here, did we hear ocean in any which direction?
Oh, good question. Give me anybody who might have been thinking the same thing. I'll let you give me a perception check.
That's not what I was thinking of. What I want to be listening out for.
Sure.
He's trying
I
to
just want to
find
be
that.
listening out for Goblinese.
Oh. You said perception?
Perception.
Could I persuade the ocean to speak to me? 'Cause I got a +5 in that, and that shit slaps. I got a 2. I rolled a 2.
A 2? Okay.
No, 2 with a 0 behind it.
Yeah, no ocean.
No ocean.
The only ocean I know is Frank Ocean, and Milo starts humming a Frank Ocean song to himself.
Sorry, Ronan's just crying right now. He literally laid his head on top of the soother that would make him stop crying. He doesn't feel it.
Looks like Daddy's gonna have to go take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, just give me 60 seconds, guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna rip a quick set real quick. Simo, I have a workout question for you. Do you, when you were like, are you still like hardcore working out, or have you cut back a little bit?
No, I'm trying once a week. Like I still work out, but it's less because I'm trying out some theory.
Okay, so when you were like going hard into the paint, were you doing pre or no?
I've never touched anything.
Okay. What about you there, Mr. Semper Fi? Hoorah!
I don't work out.
Oh,
Yeah.
looks like you do.
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
I did do pre-workout when in the times like when I worked at the military.
Did you notice a difference?
I didn't ever. Yes, I did notice a difference, but I only noticed a difference in, like, I didn't notice a difference in like lifting, but taking pre-workout, I had to go to the gym, or else I would scratch my eyeballs out like a meth head. So it was almost like pre-workout was my
had a ton of
discipline.
energy, basically.
Yeah, it was just like, if I don't take pre-workout, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't care. When I take pre-workout, I literally have to go do something, or else I'll peel the skin off of my feet up to my knees.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Sounds awesome.
And they call me old banana legs.
I get called Bambi at my gym, so
Wow, that's tough.
yeah. Whenever we do like legs, it's like I'm literally like I look like Bambi walking around. It's fucking horrible.
You're saying because you have small legs, or because after legs you get fucked up?
I get fucked up because my
Right.
legs they're so sore that I'm like they're literally like I'm wobbling around.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. We're down there. Yeah, that shit's no joke.
Maybe I'll just start taking roids.
Bro,
I mean,
start with
that's
testosterone,
the
dude.
quickest way to your success, but
That's what I'm saying, baby.
I got a buddy who fucks with that stuff, and he's losing his hair and shit. Like, it's not worth, bro.
Oh, I can't afford to lose the hair. That's
Yeah.
like can't lose these golden locks.
Yeah.
Welcome back there, Mr. Daddy Master.
Yeah, welcome back.
I like it when you call me that first word. Okay. Actually, the second word too. That ain't bad. Okay. So the fish folk will kind of lead you in. And they stop at this door. And this door is clearly been much more well adorned than the other doors. This one has gold inlays on all of the carvings. And there's just one massive kind of serpent head on this. And there's this kind of gold crown that's on top of the serpent. At this point as well, I'll say that most of the... Oh, nice one. Most of the kind of goblin-speaking creatures have also backed off, including both of the sergeants. There's now only 2 of them kind of following behind you. Also, I kind of... Anyways.
Is our war band with us?
Yep, they're leading everybody.
Okay.
Which I'm going to be slowly adding them in as you go.
Yeah. Don't worry about it until it's necessary.
Yep. So, they stop at this door and they turn to you and they say, through this door, Do not try anything funny. It will not end well for you. It seems as though your strength, though you slayed their kin, has proven possibly valuable, which is the only reason you stand alive. And you address her as queen and nothing else. And then they push the door open.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
I may have missed it, but the army is somewhere else?
Your army?
Yes.
No, they're with you.
Okay.
That's
How
what
is-
I was asking.
How is everybody looking?
Everybody can go ahead and give their...
I look better than when I came out of my mother's womb.
Love to hear that.
I'm beat up bad.
I'm pretty beat up too.
Okay, well then can I as if I noticed that Aorn was looking beat up and the pup was limping a little bit, I'd reach down and I'd give him some scritches. And I'll pump 8 points of lay on hands into the
Okay.
pup. And then as we're like going in, I'll like nudge Lizard Wyatt forward, like after you, and pump 7 points into Lizard Wyatt.
Pumping some into Wyatt.
Lizard Wyatt.
Oh yeah, you're pumping some into Lizard Wyatt.
Okay.
I'm like
Good.
closet into lizard folk. I pretend like I really fucking hate them because I really fucking like them, but I don't want
Hey,
people
that
to know.
sounds like somebody we know.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Oh, I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. So they push the door open. And what you see before you, let me give you the official description here so I don't screw anything up. What you see before you is it's a little it seems not to be like a queen's chamber. In fact, it looks more like a drill hall. Like there's just lizard folk warriors in formation. They seem to be, I mean, pretty stout and steady. And at the end of the room, though, sitting in this very simple looking wooden chair is another lizard folk, pale, and instead of greens and, you know, blues, it's mostly reds and pale colors that go down the scales and down the back and even the clothing that's being worn. And just kind of sitting there with a staff and her hands crossed over it. There's also another seemingly higher ranking lizard folk just kind of standing a couple of feet back behind the chair against the wall with this huge spiked club. Each spike seems to be made of some sort of creature's tooth and just perfectly laid into this weapon. And the last thing you see that stands out a little bit, chained to one of the pillars in the room on the northern side, is one of those creatures that you fought in session 1 on the docks. Just chained and pretty badly beaten, but still breathing heavily against the wall. You are then ushered through the room and brought, let me see if I can manage all this, and brought forward, ooh, little laggy poo. Oh god, this is horrible. You guys got clumped. And brought forward, and the lizard folk kind of like rearranged themselves very quickly to fit everybody in exactly where you need to go. So all the bullywugs to the back, and you all up at the front. So a couple lizard folk kind of
What's
step their
this
way.
giant lizard thing? Did you describe that?
That's something that's one that we fought that was on the ceiling.
No, this was
No.
this was a bit different.
Oh.
So this one looks a little bit more vicious than that other one. A lot of sharp spikes coming out of the face and back of this one, and it's a decent bit bigger, bit longer than the other one that you fought.
And you just failed to mention him.
I did.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if I didn't hear it or.
No, I did fail to
Okay,
mention.
okay.
And
Sorry.
this is the queen.
Seems to be.
And this is one of the dudes from episode 1.
Yes, right.
Okay.
So the lizard folk kind of like pinch in, and they step forward to make sure you're not getting too close to the queen. They hold their weapons out, their shields, just to make sure to block you. But
Upon approaching the queen, like once we all get kind of like get settled, like where we're at in our position wise, I'm going to go down on one knee and bow my head to the queen. And I'm going to like, as like my head is bowed, I'll be like, guys, just, play along. Just like under my breath, like trying to be as subtle as possible. Like kind of like tapping like the side of their legs to kind of like, get their attention to like also like bend the knee to royalty.
Do I recognize the queen?
no. Milo, just because you asked that, I'll tell you now. The lizard folk in the back with the big club, as you kind of step forward into the light, you see just a quick glance, and then like he just stares at you for a second, like cocks his head for a second, and then just like looks away.
Okay.
As a lizard folk, I'll get on my knee.
Okay.
I will also get on my knee, but I'm going to be staring at that one behind the queen.
Who's turn is it to control Peaches?
That's Feyorn. It's your decision, buddy.
She attacks. No.
Yeah, the
Oh,
fucking rock
Dredge.
fighter
All
potion.
4 of us just kill her this session. That's what's gonna happen.
Even a queen can bleed.
Yeah, she'll kneel.
For the
Okay.
dwarves.
And the wolf, Feyorn?
He'll just sit down.
Sit, okay.
I mean,
And Akis will as well go down. I don't know whether to take offense or to be impressed.
Ooh.
You slaughter 9 of my soldiers that are needed more now than ever. And then you bow to me after mercy was offered several times. What brings you here? What brings you here, if not to, what was it, stack our hides high?
Oh, do we recognize her voice being the one that was coming through everybody?
Oh, that's the voice.
Oh shit, I thought it was a dude. Okay.
I'm at half mast.
I will stand up.
Okay.
I have been sent as an ambassador of Saltmarsh.
Fuck you, City Slicker.
And then she says something in her own language to you. You don't understand this. Like it's a much more hissing, roiling, bubbling.
Bro. What language is it, by the way?
It is draconic.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I know that. Just kidding.
And,
I don't.
and as you're kind of like pondering for a second, Aukus kind of stands up and chimes in, and he says, "He's been away for," and then she kind of stands up and points her staff at him and says something else in Draconic, and he just kind of goes back down. And he like looks at you, Wyatt, and then just goes back down to one knee.
Like, can I save the game real quick? Can I hit save?
Yeah, we're safe scumming this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Disintegrate.
Looks like everyone's got it. Okay, cool.
I looked for a way that I could get disintegrate, so like 50 sessions from now, I'd actually be able to use it, but I just can't.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look at her stoically, and I'm not even gonna respond. I'm just gonna.
Buddy, you shouldn't be down.
She like you can see like a little twitch in her lip, and she just says, "What happened to your tongue? The tongue of your bloodline."
I lost it in my years serving as ambassador for the king.
The king. There is no king of Saltmarsh.
I mean, the king of these lands.
Scotty, you are a direct link to him.
I serve as his ambassador. Yes.
Give me a fucking deception roll. And let me remind everyone, I said this a while ago, if you have inspiration, you can use it on behalf of somebody else.
I don't.
What do we got?
Can I
Oh,
give
it's not
him
focus.
guidance?
It's
Let it
us.
happen.
Wait, let's see what this is.
That's a nat 2.
I can't see it.
Neither can I.
It's so terrible. It's trying to get your face real bad. Just back it up a little.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Oh,
Is it a
it's not
2?
autofocus.
Yeah, it's not autofocusing.
Oh, it's not autofocus.
We can't see it. What is it?
Nothing.
Oh,
Now you're black
it's
and
a
white.
1. It's a 1.
Get
It's
the
a
next skin
1?
filter on, brother.
It's not 1.
It's-
A natural one?
Oh no.
Simo, fix your camera, brother.
Yeah.
Fix.
Yeah, you're black and white. No, it's
No,
black
it's
and
not,
white.
brother. We can count your pixels.
Yeah,
No.
it got wild.
It looks fine for
Wait.
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
it's
go.
better.
Oh,
Interesting.
oh.
It was good on stream too.
Yeah, it was good on stream. I don't know what you guys
Oh.
are. Yeah, I roll in
So-
that one. How about what did she say, huh?
Well, I'm gonna let anybody else take an opportunity to throw that out there. Somebody did get inspiration earlier. I was being serious. I forget who I gave it to, but
Wait, you said you gave it to me.
yeah,
I forget for doing what. Thought it was a
for
joke.
it being your birthday. Like that was literally
Oh.
why I gave it to you.
Really? Yeah. I'll give him.
You don't give us inspiration for singing? Come on.
I was debating giving it to you or him. I didn't want to give it to both, so
Okay.
Damn.
That makes sense to you.
So you want me to reroll? Legit?
Yeah.
Nat 3.
13.
13 total. All right,
Better than 1.
this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna roll this thing, and we're gonna figure out whether or not you get it through. That is stinky as all hell, by the way. That is so stinky.
Nice.
By the way, I just want to let you know, Frank, just to make you feel that much better. I rolled an 8, but my modifier fucking juice.
5. Jesus. Okay. So she says some things in her tongue, and one of the lizard folk from back here kind of steps up, takes his spear, puts it in front of you, and like pushes back on you to like back you up. So the frog kind of the big toad backs up. He kind of gets ushered back, and then he like backs you up to separate you a little bit from the group. Then we will have some things to talk about. As for the rest of you, what is the purpose? Or you, Ambassador, why are you here?
Well, this group escorted me here. The reason why we're here is because of the recent ship that landed in Saltmarsh. The king is worried about what the lizard folk are up to. Potential war to attack Saltmarsh or any other local city. He sent me here with a small force.
And how was it revealed that anything that was on that ship was meant for us? There were no lizard folk left behind.
Scouts from Saltmarsh reported a force swimming south. Lizard folk were spotted.
That doesn't mean that that ship had any link to us. Nor does it mean that we are preparing for war. Where did this come from?
These are the king's fears, not mine. I'm only an ambassador. I don't know everything. The king plans and doesn't plan.
So the king, from hundreds of miles away, got word that some lizard folk were out for a swim, and a ship was captured with some weapons on it, and he somehow pieced together that lizard folk are going to war. That seems like a long shot.
There may be more that I don't know.
I'm going to have you make another deception check, by the way.
Wow.
10.
10?
Fuck. Cleared your ass.
We're on the same team, Milo.
Fuck, dude, I know.
Milo,
but
we're on the same team.
she did that slam dunk where her balls went in your face, dude.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Your actions are speaking louder than your words. And your words I do not trust. You came here, slaughtered some of my warriors, and you speak of war like you know something. What do you know? And the kind of higher ranking one that's standing right in front of the queen grabs Peaches by the top of the head. And you also brought in this one who is clearly looking only for lizard folk blood.
You're good, Tanner.
And the other one grabs Milo by the top of the head.
I'm gonna start barking and growling.
This one in front of me grabs the top of my head.
Yep.
How did he grab the top of my head? He's got my hair?
Like, grabbing.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Milo is
Question.
disgruntled.
Question. I have a question for you, Frank.
Yep.
That walkie-talkie dagger wagger that I have. It would take me an hour to attune it to somebody, or it would take somebody an hour to attune to it.
That's right.
Okay, just checking. Just
That's if they're focused on attuning to it, right?
yeah. All right. Yeah, no.
What aren't you telling me?
They don't need to be hurt.
Maybe they do.
If I
I've
don't make
already
it,
forgiven you enough to bring you in after 9 and more on that ship and in that cave.
if I don't make it back to the king, you have more than your own to deal with.
And that's why you are standing back. Explain. And you feel the grip on your head, Milo, get a little bit tighter.
Who's talking? The queen is
queen.
talking,
Yeah.
but these guys are just like kind of following her vibes,
Yes.
and he's squeezing my head tighter.
Yep. And you can see
Hey.
Peaches get like this claws digging a little bit.
Yeah, hey, it's about to blow. You know what I'm saying? So, if you better embass your way out of this, man, because it's about to blow.
Milo, are you still looking at the guy in the back?
Now I don't know if I'd be able to. Would I be able to? He's just
still got
grabbing
line
the
of
top of
sight.
my head.
We got line of sight. He's just grabbing. Yeah, he's still.
Sure, yeah. I'll just still be eyes up at the fucking freak in the back.
Okay. So he kind of like curls his head over to you, and he like sees this like blood boiling in you, and he just kind of gives you one of these. He just like looks at you for a second, like just like that, almost like an awkward kid in the back of class. He just kind of like looks his eyes up at you and then like looks back down. Just gives you a little head shake. And looks back down.
Okay. Hey, ain't nothing blown just yet. I'm just saying it's about to blow. You know that.
I'll say, okay. Okay. The group of mercenaries that brought in the ship. And when they took hold of it, there was lizard folk on board with tons of weapons. Enough to support an army.
And that's it. A ship that smuggles goods and people
And weapons.
and weapons.
For
That's not-
wars.
That does not point to war. That points to a black market.
How do you explain the lizard folk on board?
Customers. Hires.
Why was the ship sailing in this direction?
It was sailing along the coast. There are many ports that it could have been pointed towards. This is too specific.
She's telling the truth.
Give me an insight check.
What, are you gonna call her a liar and get killed?
How's a 15?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you get the sense that she actually is telling the truth, and you're pretty confident about it. You learn a little something from her. Something isn't right. And you see the top of her staff glows a little bit. And...
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
And what of him? The one chained up. We have seen the likes of him in Saltmarsh.
A vagrant. Got himself in the wrong part of town.
Is he one of yours?
And you see this kind of like look of disgust kind of cringes up the nose. No. Just landed in the wrong area. Our area. We couldn't let him go free. But that's none of your business, now is it? And she again goes to use her staff. And you feel, Milo, the grip get just a little bit tighter. And he takes his other arm to like kind of pick you up. Like not like lift you, but like off of your knee, kind of. And the other one does the same to Peaches. You clearly don't have a need for these. You can deliver your message, whatever you've learned.
They come with me.
That's not how this works. And at the same time, so she keeps like this staff just keeps flicking blue. And the door to the south opens up. And 3 more lizard folk warriors make their way into the room.
When I get lifted up, I'm still looking at the guy in the back. What's going on there?
He just lifts his hand like this, like just a brief motion, just like that.
I have something I want to do.
Okay.
I am going to use one of my sorcery points to subtle spell.
Okay.
And I'm going to subtle spell minor illusion at the door.
Okay.
And I want it to be, if possible, the sound of a war horn.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to envision is like it's like echoing through these chambers, and we're getting it through the door.
Okay. 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 So that happens. The war horn sound kind of floods this chamber. And you see in like an instant, just her hands kind of rubbing the top of this staff very quickly and her eyes just kind of darting around the room. And the 2 of the lizard folk, one of the ones that just entered, kind of runs over, shuts this door. The other one runs back, shuts this door, and they kind of position themselves. And you see her just like frantically, like rolling through this glowing orb on the top of her staff, and her eyes just kind of flickering blue constantly. Well, we may have visitors, but we're not done here.
Really hoping it would send some of them to go look into that, but I guess not.
Now, I will be taking these two to start until we get to the bottom of this. And at this, Arcus stands up and says, enough covering this up. Your ship, your kin, needed to translate with the captain. They captured me along their route. I was the one who shared the information, and I alone told them everything that I heard. Your drunken lizard folk on that ship had loose lips, and I was able to reveal your entire plan. All of Saltmarsh knows, from the top down, as does this troop who was sent here.
Sorry, is this Aukis saying this?
Yes.
Gave himself up.
Gave us up.
Well,
And she kind of like slowly turns her head to you, Wyatt. Is that so?
Yes.
And kind of one flicker of the staff, and they let go of the two of you, Peaches and Milo, and this one at the bottom here kind of walks over, grabs Arcus by the back of the neck, and walks him out of the room. Oh, that's how you know what's going on. I still don't understand why you're here. For the king. He just wants to be diplomatic.
Yes.
I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check as a general kind of like how this conversation has been going, what you're projecting to her. It's gonna kind of dictate how she responds to you here.
These rolls, man.
What you got?
19.
19.
wow.
You,
Wow, yeah, it really throws her. That was a narrative swing there. Holy shit.
Well, you can tell, Scotty, that war is certainly afoot. However, Saltmarsh is nowhere near the target. These creatures have been getting aggressive. The Sahagin, which were raptured in the deep recesses of the sea, have been coming out in droves, and we intend to put an end to them.
Well, these creatures attacked Saltmarsh as well. We too are at war with them.
We don't ally with humans. We have enough allies to get this done. This is a matter of the sea, and the sea will take care of it.
Would I know that the Blackwater and the song are correlated?
I mean, I think you more than anyone else would know that.
Is there any sign of the vagrant that he's showing signs that he has Blackwater in him that I can tell?
I mean, basically just what she described sounds similar to what you experienced. But this thing's like beaten to shit and laying down chained to this pillar,
But
barely.
is it conscious?
Barely.
I'm gonna stand up. And I am going to hum the song. To the best of my ability.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What was this thing called? You said that she said it had a name. She said she called it Sahagin. Sir Hagen?
No, Sahagin.
Sogging these nuts, baby.
Fuck, that's a good one, Frank. Wow, on Lemon's fucking birthday.
Meanwhile, Milo, or Wyatt, sorry.
A couple of white dudes.
I can
Ain't that right?
I can send you something in private or whatever, but you're gonna hear a sentence in your head.
Okay.
You're gonna hear "Oh, make her trust you. Take your time. Stay. We're close."
Well, does he hum the song? I don't want to kind of interrupt that process.
Yeah, I actually needed a little bit of time to think about this. Okay. Grix, you're humming the song. The lizard folk are kind of like looking at you like, what the fuck is going on? The Sahagin on the ground does not react at all. You, on the other hand, black.
Oh, I black out?
Yeah.
Oh,
You get the first few notes out, and you just drop to the floor.
Is there anything suspicious with Grix? No, he just blacks out.
He just blacks out.
Okay.
And then with a quick flick of the staff, this lizard folk here steps in and drags Grix's body out of the room. And
That's
Grix,
definitely not the intended outcome.
yep.
So
Grix, I'll just bring you to where you're gonna end up.
honestly, did not think that was gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was coming. So
I fully expected it to be just not just me, to be honest. I also didn't think it would affect me because I'm the one making the noise.
yeah.
Ah!
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Don't worry, Grix, you'll be back in a minute.
07. 07's in chat, please.
Listen. We don't need an alliance. We have a common enemy. We can fight this evil together. We can provide weapons, rations, support for your forces. We're doing just work for the king. Several civilians were killed from Saltmarsh from these creatures. And they started propping up all over the country. He needs this matter dealt with. And maybe he assumed with all those weapons you were behind it, but if you're fighting the same enemy, let's find a way to do it together.
Things are already in motion. Anything extra will just get in the way. You can ally with us by keeping your ships off the route where this will be taking place. It will save your kind, and it will save mine the headache of having to do this stealthily. I'll say, by the way, as this is happening, every couple of seconds, there's like a flicker of the orb.
From her staff.
Yeah.
And so, like, are we picking up on what that means? Are we picking up on, like, is she forcefully controlling these bodies by the staff? Or can we tell if it's just like it's talking to them thing?
Yeah, so it's pretty clear. I'm not even going to have you roll on this. It is pretty clear that every time that staff moves or glows, there are, like, at least from the ones you saw in the room, there's like immediate action taking place from one or more of the creatures.
Okay. And when they're not moving, how do they look? Normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, more lizard, like the lizard folk that left are kind of like rejoining the room. Like everything seems to just be like controlled, like they're moving very quickly through their duties.
Does the staff look similar to the one that Feorn got from the Frog Warriors?
No. No. This one looks a little bit more like clean, I guess, like well carved. The one that Feorn got seems to be a little bit ragtag thrown together from branches.
Okay.
Either way, this war is happening. Not today, not tomorrow, not for a few weeks. So you have time, and you're going to need it. Because we are a people of laws. And you all killed 9 of us. So for that, there must be punishment.
What type of punishment?
Each loss, a day. A day in hell. One that we will make our best efforts to ensure you all survive. We are not a weak people that lets things slide. And if we walked into your domain, slaughtered 9 of you, don't pretend like you would do any less.
You promise a day in hell will survive?
Well, if you're strong enough and confident enough to face down an entire layer, then I'm sure you'll be just fine. 9 days. Why, you hear,
Hey, fucking come on, dude.
you hear a bit of laughing in your head.
I think to myself,
What a wonder. Whoa.
at his laughter, I don't know if he can hear my thoughts. I've never, even canonically, I've never tried to speak to him telepathically. Anytime he's spoken to me, I've always spoken out loud because I've been kind of in private. So what I'll think to myself is, man, you should quit laughing and start helping.
No. I think this will be fun to watch. These are a particularly brutal race. And it will make the prize so much sweeter. Good luck.
What if we stay for those 9 days? Will that earn your trust?
It will earn you your life. And we'll see in those 9 days if trust is earned. The act itself will not earn the trust. What you're able to do in those 9 days, maybe. Now I have things to tend to. So as I asked a while ago, to your disobedience, I'll ask again. Drop your weapons and your focus. All of you, and the fucking dog.
I'll come out of wild shape. No.
As she says that, I'll intently once more stare at the creature in the back.
And he just looks at you. Doesn't give you a signal, just looks you in the eye and then looks away again.
What are the frog people called again? That are in my
Bullywugs.
control? I'm gonna look to the lady with the staff. I don't know her name.
You were told to call her queen.
Oh. Well, I have my crown on, and you know, I'm the king. I'll turn to her and be like, my bullywugs were just following my orders. I would prefer that none of them were subject to this 9-day of torture. I will take it upon myself if must.
You will be willing to take 9 days for each of them.
I thought it would just get ramped up a bit, but
Or they do their own time. Or you see, our spawning room is running a little low. They need food. And they would have been captured eventually anyways. You can leave 2 of them in our care. And we'll make sure the rest of them don't know where they're going.
I will take the full time.
Very well.
Benevolent leader.
I'll kind of step forward in front of Feorn. And what of the 2 bullywug that were killed?
Casualties of war.
As were yours.
And we are not in your or their homes.
You have pretty scales. And I'll get back.
Oh.
I'll step back.
I'll give you inspiration for that. That was a fucking burner. That was a burner. That's like when a comedian does like a callback to a joke they did at the start of the set. That was a good one. That was a good one. Now, as I said, drop everything. We have cells to get you to. And we have to figure out where that little incident came from. So we don't have time to waste. Drop them now. And flicker of the thing again, another lizard folk joins the room and starts ushering the bullywugs out. And Theorn, as they go down the hallways, that little flicker of a connection you had with them starts to slowly fade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were cool while they lasted.
I meant
I'm
to
okay.
lay on hands the two that died, but I forgot.
I'm gonna just lay down 2 daggers,
Okay.
but not my ring.
Okay. Grix, you're in control of Peaches for this decision.
Yeah, she's gonna. I actually can't even see her. I don't even know where they're at, but she's gonna lay down her weapons.
Lay him down. Okay. She's
Yeah.
got quite a bit.
Actually, no, she's gonna cast.
Yeah, Frank really tried to throw some chaos, giving Ethan control of Peaches there.
She has charm person.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
But-
gonna cast. Actually,
No, but
I'm gonna cast it on the queen.
the queen can literally see you casting that shit.
Yeah.
I've thought
Just
about that
act-
already 100 times, but I fucking
Shatter.
can't do that.
I'll lay down
Okay.
my quarterstaff.
Oh,
as well.
that's right. I can't.
Is the quarterstaff your focus?
Who, me?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So as you're kind of laying this down, lizard folk are kind of coming in, inspecting everything, and then they take it back. They actually put it next to that lizard folk with the spiked club at the back of the room.
Question:
Yes.
What happened to Grix's paraphernalia?
His bong that he's carrying
You're
around?
gonna find that out when you fucking wake up.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's naked and he's shaved. Oh.
Okay. So, you guys are all. Your stuff is taken, and you are quickly ushered out of the room. Let's get you moving. Ooh, 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 ooh. You're gonna end up. I'm gonna have to stack you on this wall and move you. Okay.
I like that. It's like in RuneScape. Sometimes you have to run back and forth to get the mobs to stack, so then you can barrage all of them.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, and as you move down the halls, you start recognizing some of the layout of this space. You see all kinds of interesting different carvings on doors. You see some lizard folk kind of moving about the hallways. And then you are brought down into a much quieter area. And you are separated into different rooms. Wyatt, you are brought into this room. Milo, you are brought into this room. Phaorn, you are brought into this room down here. And Peaches will be brought into this room. Now, folks, what's going to happen here is for the first day, I need you all to make, well, for this first kind of like evening time, I'm going to need you all to make some perception checks.
She let me
Everybody-
go with my ring.
Yeah. There is
Am I included in this?
There's a particular canon reason for this. Yeah, so Grix, what I'll say is to you, after about an hour, you wake up, you are, you don't have any of your shit.
Okay.
You wake up, and you have a fucking ripping headache. It is brutal.
Nice.
Now I need you to make a perception check. Everybody needs to give me one.
I rolled an 8.
8.
I rolled a 9. I technically rolled an 8, but I
Wow.
got a plus. I got a +1.
A natural
Get
1?
Is that a 20?
We can't read that, brother.
It's hard. It's so hard to see. It's got to be like by your face, but then when it's back there, it's too far.
2-0.
20? There you go. Okay. Okay. So sorry, who else got over a 15? 15 or above?
Peaches? Peaches roll?
Aukus?
Peaches did not. She got a natural 8. Okay. So
what about Aukus?
you don't have to worry about Aukus anymore.
What? Frank, I'm not leaving this place without Aukus, so you better get your Aukus pants back on.
So
they're in the dumpster.
Wyatt, what you hear, despite being down in a kind of different direction over here.
Also, my room has a door, 2 doors.
Yeah, I know. I gotta lock you guys in here.
Why'd he get the master? Why'd he get the master dungeon room?
So your cells, by the way, are totally empty, and they are clearly very thick stone walls. They've taken your packs, your backpacks, basically everything other than the clothing. They've done the classic, like, kind of pat you down to make sure they've got everything.
So I
They
still
take
have my
my-
top hat.
Yeah, your clothes, you can have everything, but they would have
Did they-
checked under your hair and everything.
Did they take my crown?
Would they have taken your crown? No, they would have left you with the crown. So, Wyatt, what you hear is a lot of like movement in the hallway. It's kind of sporadic. I'll say it's like over the course of like 2 hours. It's a little bit sporadic. You hear some conversation in this kind of like snake language, and then you hear clearly Aukas's voice, kind of like grunting, and at one point you hear a really unexpected, almost like a whimper, and all on the backdrop of some sort of maybe lashing chains. It's hard to place even on the nat 20, it's hard to place exactly what the sound is.
So it's a Rihanna song.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what you hear over the course of the first 2 hours. As the night kind of rolls on, we can kind of fast forward. By the way, stop me if there's anything that you guys would do anywhere throughout this.
Can
Bear
I
in mind-
attune to the crown?
You can, yeah, sure.
I can certainly try. Okay.
You can certainly try.
Did they
I will
take
s-
Peach's necklace?
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. By the way, did you do an Arcana check to check if it's a magical item earlier?
No.
Did we not do something at the swamp?
I thought we knew there was.
I thought there was like an aura around
Yeah, it
it.
was glowing, and that's why I gave up my special dagger, because
Perfect.
it was
Okay.
1-for-1.
Perfect. What? Perfect. We got tricked. Great.
Uh-huh. Okay, so so you can spend that first hour attuning to it, and so you just straight up attune to it. What it gives you is a direct one-way connection communication with the one frog. And it doesn't speak your language.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, as I'm going on, stop me again if there's anything you would do. Your
Wait,
cells are.
did they take Peach's necklace? Peach's necklace?
Yes, everything that. Yeah, they just took everything. That's not like basic clothing. Okay. I need another perception check from everybody after the 3rd hour passes.
Can I inspect the lock on my door?
Sure.
I got a 15 BT dubs.
15? Okay.
13.
So this is what you got, Grix. It is actually a locking mechanism that is from the outside. It's not like a keyhole lock on the inside. It's a big stone slab door. And the way they've got it is basically, it's almost like on a hinge and like a hinged latch,
Okay.
where you kind of put the lock through. But it's a little bit more of a thick iron type implement on the outside. The only reason you're able to even like kind of get any gauge on what it looks like is you're able to just barely see through a little slit in the door and kind of make out how the locking mechanism operates.
Okay.
So sorry, where are my perception checks at? Just anybody who's got a 15 or higher, let me know.
That is moi.
Just you? Okay.
Yeah, just me, it looks like.
Okay.
Minifocal, hold on. Hidden Trails, this is Ethan speaking. No, I'm just kidding.
So, unfortunately, he's the one who heard, but so I'll have to tell him this. We're gonna do a little bit of a time skip after this. So again, just keep in mind if you guys want to do anything, let me know.
I hung up my phone call. Just saying, you know. It was my
Hey, look
sister.
at fucking. He's fucking texting
It was my sister
like he's got Thanksgiving plans.
trying to wish me a happy birthday, and I hung up on her.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, that's so brutal.
I'll fucking cast silence.
Bro, I'm busy right now. I'll call her later.
Okay. Grix, what you hear is the distinct noise down the hall a bit of those. It's maybe a little bit less heavy. You wouldn't know because you didn't hear this, but a little bit less heavy than what Wyatt was listening to, but still some sort of metal implement dragging you across the floor. And then you hear Peach's voice as she protests, and then you hear the kind of hammering of steel on stone and kind of the screams and of someone getting beaten the shit out of.
Oh, okay.
Over the course of the next few hours, again, stop me if you guys want to do anything.
Can I inspect the walls of my cell, like the floor, the seam of the door, I guess, as well? Like
What's it made out of?
No, I'm not asking that.
I know,
I'm
I'm
not
just
asking
fucking
what
with
stone it's made out of, 'cause I already know it's made out of soapstone. It's fine. I want like ceiling to floor, fucking 360 degree. Like I just want to like run my hands, like see if I can find like a crevice or like a crease somewhere, something.
Okay. What I will say, and I'll kind of carry on, I'll just say you're kind of doing it as part of your like lock inspection too.
Yeah, for sure.
Just carry it forward. The stone around you, you kind of like tap on it, whatever. It is a solid stone. There's nothing for there to be a crack to get to because it is a solid, fucking huge piece of stone.
Okay.
It's part of a cave. So the door, though, you can see that there is like a bit of a slit, maybe like a half an inch underneath the door. And then there's like a couple millimeters or so that you can see, like you can see shapes move. Like if somebody walks past the door, you can see a little bit, but it's just a little shadow, not much.
How tall are the ceilings?
Good question. Everything here is 15 feet tall.
Quick question: is this door to my right a fake door or is it a real door?
It's a real door.
Does
a real door.
Does it open?
I mean, it would. It's the same idea as the first door. So just big stone door.
So it's locked on both sides.
Yes.
Okay.
What, did you want it to not be locked?
Oh, you know.
It'd be cool. It'd
Got
be
a
cool.
doggo cameo.
Okay. So what takes place over the next couple hours is they go one room at a time. Group of about 3 lizard folk, kitted up. They come in and they lay a beat down. They just beat the crap out of you guys.
I'm fighting back.
You're fighting back?
I'm fighting back every time.
Okay.
I'm fighting back.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like a roll for it thing, but I'm not just letting them come in and fucking whoop my ass.
Okay. But I mean, let's roll for it. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Can I roll to see if I hear him resisting?
Sure. Give me a perception.
I'll wait for him to finish his roll.
Straight strength 21.
20 fucking one. So you are able to hold them off to the point where they actually they can't really get a good hit in on you. You're just fucking blocking, pushing them against the door. What'd you get there on your perception, Grix?
Rolling it right now. I got a 17.
So you hear a fucking brutal fight, and then you hear as they kind of push you back, and they leave the room, Milo, and then when they come back in, there's 6 of them, and they fucking go ham.
I'm still fighting.
Okay.
They can
let's
kick
see
my
it.
ass, but I'm still fighting.
Okay, give me another strength roll, buddy.
I need a nat 20 on this shit. 17.
Okay.
48.
Just want you to know, I rolled 6 strength rolls, and only one of them beat you.
Oh, fuck.
So they finally kind of come in, and Grix, you hear the whole commotion. You hear them fucking hissing, like they're just pissed off, and they go back in the room. They lay this kind of beating on. Now, what I want you guys all to do is you're all going to end up taking. I'm going to say they're pretty calculated, despite the brutality of it. They're going to beat you down to about 2 HP. So go ahead, everybody, mark that down. Putting
I
up
have a
fights.
question.
Putting up fights. Yep.
I still have 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So is it? Do I go down to 12 or do I still go down to 2?
You're still going to go down to 2.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Thank you for that.
Well, I mean, it's like if you're looking
it makes
healthy,
sense, but
if you're looking healthy enough where they can keep beating on you, they're going to do that.
yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll say Milo, they actually intentionally seem to have saved you for last. And you've kind of like taken in pieces of like what's going down. So you kind of prepared yourself and like you fight back and everything. As they're kind of leaving the room, or I'll say about 15 minutes later, another lizard folk walks in to your room alone. This one is dressed up in like a long garb. Sorry, I just gotta get the token. I apologize. A little bit awkward. And has a, I mean, as much as a lizard folk can have like a wise look to them, kind of looks a little bit wise, but also is still a lizard folk and still has that kind of brutal, gnarly look to him. And he kind of like crouches down to you. You were there. You were there.
Where? When we killed the 9 lizard folk earlier? Yeah, I was there.
Don't be coy. I can help you.
How?
Tell me the truth, then I'll tell you how.
What truth?
Alteral.
Sure. I'm from El Terrell. There's your truth.
And when we fought your people, you were there.
Yeah, listen, it sounds like you know what happened, so I don't think that I need to relive it here for you to just tell me that you know. So how can you help me?
Tell me what you know. From that day. What do you remember?
She, She made me kill him. And that's not why we were there. And I wouldn't do that. So wherever she is, she needs to fix this. I wouldn't. She will fix this, or she's gonna end up like the rest of them.
Who is she?
You tell me. Whoever was there that day. I refuse to believe that I killed him. But every time I close my eyes, I see his face. And I watch myself over and over slit his throat. And I wake up just as I did that day. I don't get to go home anymore.
So, you believe that you killed him? That's what you think?
That's all I remember.
So, then you believe he's dead? Is that also what you think?
Yeah, I mean, Milo wasn't cut out for that. Stronger men would have died. So yeah, if that's what I did, then yeah, he's dead.
And I can help you more than you think.
What does that mean? You keep saying it.
You didn't kill that boy. In fact, nobody did.
No, she made me. What do you... Then where is he?
If I knew, then I would be running this lair. That boy had a lot more to him than you knew. And he still does. Now go to sleep. You have another week. Take your beatings. Stop fighting. You're living under our laws now. And when you're done, if you're still alive, I can help you more.
And why should I trust you?
Because if you don't, then neither of us will see Milo.
I'll just back up and sit down against the wall.
Good. And he walks out. Okay. And what I'll tell you all is that the trajectory that we're going to be fast forwarding here.
Can I try one thing before we just fast forward through our
Yeah, and what I'm going to say is
treatment?
I'm going to lay out what the next 9 days look like so that when we come back, you can kind of interject wherever you'd like to try to do things. But I'll tell you what would happen over the next 9 days, and then you guys can, you can say, hey, on the first day or the second day, I want to have a
first day of Helmus.
Torture.
Yeah.
I want to converse with the guards and see if I can convince them of something or whatever you want to do. I'm just going to lay it out, and we'll retcon everything depending on how things go. What would happen is you would go through the next 9 days barely eating, which is great because you'd get the ketones and everything like that. But they would not feed you for the first 4 days. Then they would feed you on the 5th, which you lose out on a lot of the fasting benefits. I know, but they feed you on the 5th just to torture you that much further.
The weight just comes right back on. Fucking wait.
And they would, throughout every day, basically lay down this horrendous beating. None of you would get a meeting with anyone special the whole time. They would beat you within an inch of your life. And it would be fucking the most gruesome torture you guys have ever endured.
And Feorn is going for longer. He's fasting for more than 9 days, right?
That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
In fact, what is that again? So there was 7 of them. What's 7 times 9?
A lot.
63.
Oh, that's 8 times 9.
72.
72. So yeah, they'd be keeping you there for
3 months.
yeah, 2.5. 2.5 months.
Okay.
We gonna bust you out. We gonna bust you out.
So
Well,
again,
yeah.
that's the layout. So you guys can take the week to think about what you would do, where you would want to interject. You may only make it to the end of day 1, like depending on what you guys do. But they seem pretty fucking staunch on the idea of this is what you guys are in for.
And they better bring 6 every single time after that ass whooping they got from day 1. You know what I'm saying?
Well, dude, I'm telling you, day 3 of a fast, like it's rough. Like you're gonna be feeling it. You're not even gonna be thinking about defense. You're gonna be thinking about
Well,
food.
I just lost all of my cock weight first, actually.
Oh, okay.
So everything else was good. I was still,
But
my
your
body was
center
just
of
eating my own
gravity's
cock.
Your center of gravity's off, dude. Okay, so that's that. That's what we're calling it.
I'm gonna ask a question off stream, but someone just let me know when that happens.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the time that I'm there, you said I can communicate, but I don't know the language.
No, so like the best you'd be able to do is like tones, basically, assuming they understand the same idea of tones.
Whale
So-
speak.
What I want to do is in that time, try and get them to teach me how to understand their language. So I'm going to say a word,
Ooh.
and then I'm going to hear it, and then I'm going to try and do it back. And then, like that for over the course that I'm there.
Okay.
And
We'll
we
make some
can-
rules on that. That'll
yeah.
be really interesting to do.
Okay.
That's a pretty fucking good use of time in a prison cell. That's
I'm
actually,
going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
It looks like so.
yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot one line. God damn it. God damn it.
Okay.
Forgot one line
We're learning here.
that he was going to say as he was walking out the door there, Milo.
Uh-huh.
Your friend is dead is the last thing he says. Not about
What?
Not about Milo.
Aukis.
He just, he says, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Pour one out for a big homie.
That's Frank taking the fucking easy way out. He's tired of having a fucking goddamn character. Yeah.
He was so, dude. He was telling me like privately he fucking hated having to deal with so many of the
That's so
fucking bully
fucked,
bugs.
dude.
He was also racist towards Dragonkin. He just hated him.
That's so fucked. And would you say they ate worms and dirt? I'm pretty sure that's not what dragons eat, but you're making Aukis eat that the whole time?
I just like the imagery. Okay.
Wow. What a session.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that, guys. Good job. I mean, can we all say, like, holy fuck, how much damage does a fucking warlock do? Like, sheesh, Wyatt putting on display in that fucking battle. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
wow. It killed 8 out of 9. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
like,
He
Jesus.
popped the fuck off, is what I'm
Save some last hits for the rest of us, dude. Jesus. Okay. Good sesh, guys. Good sesh.
So we're good.